Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Benchmade got sued for $10 billion. like they, like Dr. Evil would say in Austin Powers, there's more to the story than it seems to be. I just thought it was comical. I was taking a look to see what was the status update when it came to Benchmade Knife Company suing Montana Knife Company. Case seemingly seems to be closed. There hasn't been any filing since October of 2024. But lo and behold, as I'm going and I'm taking a look, I see this case pop up where Benchmade was sued by a Ryan Christopher Armstrong. Now, just to be clear, I'm not doxing anyone because this is all public record. Like, you can easily look up court records yourself, pay the money, download them, and get the information. I found it very interesting because the plaintiff, Ryan Christopher Armstrong, he sued over 100 defendants, including the federal government. He sued Amazon. He sued Benchmade Knife Company. He sued a bunch of news agencies. He sued the FBI. He sued the Illinois State Police. A lot of it. And just to kind of fast forward to his complaint, he is alleging that his intellectual property, his designs, his inventions have been getting stolen for years to the loss of a tune of $1 billion. And I'm still scrolling because it's still showing the defendants. He also says that the highest crimes ever on earth were alleged to be committed against him. I'm saying alleged because this guy's obviously litigious, and I would not like to just be in the crosshairs. I noticed this. I saw the defendant number 56, Benchmade Knife Company. They're right above Bowflex. So Bowflex got the heat as well, but they sued them for what? I don't know, because it seemed like he filed this himself. He didn't have a lawyer. And it just seemed like that he sued Meta. He sued Instagram. And it just seemed like he was alleging that his intellectual property was stolen. Also, they graped him, take away the G, and that's an allegation as well. Seemingly, he filed something. He sued YouTube. Didn't know he sued them. Verizon, interesting. Seemingly, he filed something similar to this in 2023, and the judge was very, very patient. It seems to be that the judge actually granted relief for him to file a new motion because it just wasn't filed correctly or well or whatever. But let's just talk about what he says. The basis for the jurisdiction, he says that the basis for the jurisdiction is case of both federal question and diversity of citizenship. I don't know what that means. I've read a lot of lawsuits. This one is an interesting one. My constitutional rights within the Bill of Rights have been violated. We're on paragraph A of this complaint. And he alleges that my Title II rights with Americans with Disabilities Act as a disabled victim have been violated. If you're disabled, I'm sorry to hear that. My rights due to due process and equal protection have been violated. Due process to what? I guess you're suing the government. I guess maybe that's why. My intellectual property rights as contributing designer inventor have been violated. My rights as a disabled citizen and patient have been violated. This guy's, according to him, allegedly been super violated. He's the plaintiff. The defendants is everybody and their mom, over 100 defendants. It says that it's over $75,000. That's why it's in this specific federal court. The damage and harm I've been forced to suffer from is severe and has left me permanently damaged. This is at the end of the page above. I've been forced to suffer every day of my life while getting intentionally violated. It's top of the next page. It says that nonstop as I'm being intentionally neglected. So I've been forced to live my entire life without human rights. My contributions as a designer are worth billions of dollars to me as an individual and trillions of dollars to the positive economic impact of our nation. Trillions of dollars of ideas have come out of this person's grape, out of his brain housing group. In the likes of Bowflex, Instagram, and Benchmade, he's alleging violated that. 37-year-old permanently disabled victim who has been getting violated with crime on the daily basis for over 32 years, so since 5-year-old. The violations to me turned me permanently disabled with brain and spinal cord damage as a young child. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully there's an affidavit that talks more about how that occurred and what it means to occur. I suffer constantly while living my entire life without my rights, nor justice, nor a pursuit of justice. Crimes I've been violated with include multiple violent murder attempts that damaged me permanently, multiple grapes, nonstop mental, physical, sexual abuse, constant privacy invasion, constant sabotage, getting exploited for more than $1 billion with a B and more. I've spent my last 5 years typing my testimony evidence after living 25 years of my last 30 years in concussive coma type state of mind. So it was like he was like in a coma, but he wasn't in a coma. My testimony evidence clearly proves that I'm victim to our nation's highest crimes many separate times, and that I've been getting criminally violated nonstop for over 32 years. Spit your bars, bro. Spit your bars. My testimony includes all of the known witnesses needed for the court's clarification. An investigation will need to be done to prove unknowns of my case. He wants discovery. He wants interrogatories. He wants depositions. He wants documents produced. He might hire private investigators. This is investigation time, bro. It's time. I deserve a fair day in court as a disabled victim who have been severely violated, intentionally neglected. Let me just jump here. It says that the listed attorneys are all guilty of accepting payment from me or my attorney without providing me full, fair, nor legal representation. So he's suing the attorneys that he wanted to pursue this stuff as well. He says the listed media organizations are all guilty of violating, neglecting, and harassing me. That's why I'm saying alleged, because I'm like a sprinkle of media, bro. I don't need you to turn your sights on me. All right. I don't want the smoke. The list of businesses are all guilty of using my designs and suggestions without giving me credit nor lawful earnings while violating my intellectual property rights. Say it ain't so, Benchmade. I know this is just allegations. Say it ain't so. The listed automotive companies all provided me with vehicles that didn't have working airbag systems. Shame. Laborers Local 231 is guilty of violating and harassing me. The educators providers listed are guilty of neglecting me as I was knowingly being violated. He wants relief. Here's the relief paragraph. This is where everything comes. My case entitled me to both actual and punitive damages. He said actual was 1 billion. He also wants punitive. Okay. Punitive can be more than the 1 billion in all combination. I expect to be compensated $10 billion for what I've been forced to go through until now and for what has been stolen from my life. I have been forced to go through. He's been forced to go through it. I expect royalties and credit for my contributions as a designer, inventor that will be decided once a lawful investigation is complete. I expect payment for all past, future medical expenses and lifetime prescriptions to the medications I need to function to be presentable. I expect to have my tattoo removed. Yeah. I don't know why you want that tattoo removed, but he expects that tattoo's gone. The compensation will cover the bodily and emotional harm I've been forced to go through, pain and suffering, loss of income, loss of enjoyment of my life, property damage. An investigation will need to be complete in order for me to be able to specify what defendant owes me. I can't tell you what they owe me until you investigate it. I know I could allege it in this complaint, but I'm going to first need you to investigate it. Okay? Got it. I certify to the best of my knowledge that he pinky promises that everything he signed is true. I mean, listen, guys, this is just like crazy, bro. You tried to hit Benchmade over the head for $10 billion. $10 billion, bro. So what say you, Judge? Let's just say what the disposition of the case was. This came February 13th, 2025. And let's see, looks like it was a decision from the bench, no jury. And it says that the action came before the court and a decision has been made. It is ordered and adjudicated that a judge that this case is dismissed as it is frivolous. All right. So not only that, but it was digitally signed. So that was probably, he directed his clerk to whip that up for you. So what will you do there? What are you going to do there, Ryan? I understand the judges came down and he's let you know that, hey, listen, it's frivolous. We're getting rid of it. What say you, sir? Well, of course, he appealed. Okay. Of course, he appealed the case, and he continued to sue everybody and their mom. All right. So as mentioned before, he sued over 100 defendants. This is them laid out with all their addresses there. But just to show you that he's not taking this lying down. I mean, data rights, intellectual property, media harassment. These are all allegations. Instagram, Pandora. Didn't even know you can sue Pandora. Is that the jewelry company or the radio company? Like, which one is it? YouTube, YouTube is important to me. It's a hobby for mine. A lot of different folks. So it kind of went through the motions, and it kind of ended up landing in the U.S. District Court of Rock Island. That's where he filed it. And of course, he submitted an appeal. And he basically alleged that the clerk jacked up, the judge jacked up. He should have more time. They didn't get it right. And this appeal was taken as a final decision on February 11th. And when it kind of got into the hands, it really did go through a merit review, I guess. This court must dismiss an action brought against this. A merit review order was issued, and this court must dismiss this action brought by an individual proceeding. And they want it to be dismissed as frivolous or malicious. They also want it dismissed with prejudice. Like, they don't want this to come back. And they made all sorts of just like case law citing that why this thing needs to go away. A claim is factually frivolous if the allegations are bizarre, irrational, or incredible. That's according to Edwards versus Snyder. A ruling that a suit is frivolous. You must make a note that a ruling is frivolous when those facts are described as above. Once the court dismisses a case as factually frivolous, a plaintiff cannot bring a new suit with the same allegations. They're saying that's what he did, that it was dismissed in 2023 as frivolous, and that he brought it back again in early 2025 once again. They're saying he should not have done that. So the plaintiff names over 100 defendants, including branches of government, media companies, schools, hospitals, websites, a whole lot of people. He named more people than I can think of. Like, you ever thought to yourself, do I know 100 people? I think to myself, do I know 100 companies, LLCs, individuals? I don't know if I can rattle off that many people. Kudos to you, bro. Plaintiff claims that he has been getting violated on crime for 32 years. And he talks about multiple grapes. He talks about his intellectual property being stolen, over $1 billion. He alleges that they have tried to contribute to designs and intentional that drastically improved my life on Earth. And he thinks that his designs would have done that, but for them, he did not get that. He expects to be paid $10 billion. So all this is being laid out for the merit review for whether this appeal should even go forward. And here's the conclusion. According to the motion, this is dismissed, okay? And it is also frivolous. Any lawsuit filed using the substantially similar facts will be summarily dismissed as frivolous again. This is just not looking too good, okay? This was signed on the 11th day of February 2025 by the Chief United States District Judge, Sarah Darrow, at the time. I don't think this is going to be coming back. Actually, no. I think it's coming back. Okay. I don't know who this guy is, but I will say this. There's a lot of things that companies that we deal with all the time are going through that we don't know about. And I just found this is an interesting case study of the type of stuff that they have to endure, bob and weave, and contest every single day. I will keep you up to date if I see anything else in regards to Benchmade Knife Company versus Montana Knife Company. But between me and you, I think that case might be done. I mean, Tim Politori is the lawyer for Montana Knife Company, and he is hooking and jabbing right now with the stuff that Pete Hegseth has going on, the Secretary of Defense, and I believe that he has a lot on his plate. I believe he has the capability to follow up with the Montana Knife Company case, but the man is busy. Okay. So there's a possibility we may not hear anything from that to the latter part of this year, but I will keep you guys up to date. Anything else that pops up that I see that involves any other knife companies, Spyderco, Benchmade, or whatever, I'll let you know. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you a part of the Battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.